Not sure everybody understands what you meant by low fill rates.
Mm.
Fill rates, and then you haven't even you haven't mentioned yet CPMs. And
Oh,
in the conversations I'm a part of, I find that a surprisingly high number of folks in the video streaming world don't really have an understanding of even how CPM relates to the profitability potential of a fast service. And they're almost like these decoupled things. And so it's like advertising is this, 400 billion, whatever the number is. I don't know, but for traditional TV advertising. And if we just capture this, some percentage of it, we're all going to be gajillionaires. That's the tenor of the conversation, right? Then you kind of go,
yep.
hold on, folks. Do you, have, CPMs. Let's do a little math here. Like the numbers don't pencil out. So with that setup, go into more detail about fill rates, and then talk to us about how that's related, and then CPMs, and then how all this fits in to why traditional linear TV, that whole ecosystem is still printing piles of cash, and
Yeah.
the fast services are not quite at the profitability targets that they certainly would like to be.
Yeah. So the good news is I think everyone watching probably does watch TV. So they've likely been annoyed by this analogy that will explain fill rate.
Yeah,
So, you have a certain amount of ad breaks per hour if you're Netflix and now you have ads in your content. And usually there's like 2 minutes ish per break. And you have maybe like four ads, 30 seconds or 15 seconds. And the fill rate problem is when instead of showing an ad during those breaks, what you likely see, you don't see dead air, you don't just see black. You'll likely see what we call an ad slate, which is something like, we will be right back. We will be right back. Everyone hates, we will be right back. So we're trying to get fewer we will be right backs in place, increase the fill rate to put more businesses there that are hopefully relevant to you. You're searching for a new pair of sneakers on Instagram, and then we could actually retarget you with that same thing on CTV now. There's a lot more digital audience targeting capabilities in CTV. So that's the goal, is to increase those fill rates, which increases the broadcaster's revenue and hopefully makes it actually a better user experience instead of seeing either the same ad frequency
well,
problems.
That's I think the problem that at least that I can relate to. It's like, okay, I like the Jeep Cherokee, but I'm not in the market for a car right now, and I see the Jeep Cherokee ad on every single, like, come on, guys, show me something different, And I'm just picking on Jeep. That hasn't been the most recent one, but for a while it was. It seemed like
100%. So that's the frequency problem of, there's only so many advertisers buying, and so they're just showing that same ad over and over again, which obviously is a horrible user experience.
It is. Yeah, exactly. So programmatic, I think everybody has certainly heard the term and understands kind of the concept. Like you said, it's sort of the stock market. There's this auction system, buying and selling. Maybe you could explain a little bit more about what the components are. Like, who are the players in a programmatic transaction? Maybe even name a couple of the key companies or players that are involved, because there's multiple players involved in this. And then something that I'm curious about is the ability to do the hyper personalized, hyper targeted. Just like what you said. So you geolocate. You say, hey, Mark is in the Phoenix metro area. So they're probably going to show something Phoenix metro, but how cool would it be if, and some people may not think this is cool, but I actually think it's quite useful. If not only was I shown some advertisement by business in the Phoenix metro area, but somebody who was in the same zip code as me, so a restaurant that was in, so it's within a, I don't know, mile, 2 mile, 3 mile radius, however big the zip code is. I don't really know, but it's not that big. But yeah,